Wonder Murmur, where whispers weave the heart.
Hello, little hearts, a new whisper begins. In a village at the edge of an emerald green forest, where sunlight dappled through the leaves and the air smelled of sweet wild berries, lived a fox named Finian. He was known for his sharp mind and clever paws, a reputation he carried with a smug little grin. Finian, however, was as hungry as he was clever, and his hunger had brought him to the bustling farm of Henny the hen. Henny was not just a hen, she was a queen of corn. Her farm stretched from one end of the field to the other, her barns overflowing with golden, perfectly ripe corn. But Henny was a miser. Her heart was a tiny, selfish place where not a single kernel was shared. Finian stood at the edge of her farm, watching the golden fields shimmer in the afternoon sun. His stomach growled. He took a deep breath, and a plan, as cunning as he was, formed in his mind. He strolled right up to Henny's gate. "Hello, Henny. I was just admiring your magnificent corn," he said, his voice as smooth as silk. "It's truly a sight to behold. I bet it's the most delicious corn in the entire forest." Henny fluffed her feathers with a proud huff. "It is," she clucked, her voice tight with suspicion. "And it's all mine. I won't share it with anyone. Go find your own food, Finian." Finian, however, was not so easily dismissed. He leaned against the fence, feigning an air of sadness. "Oh, Henny, you have so much corn, and I am just a small fox. My belly is empty and my paws are clumsy. Could you not spare just a little for a hungry friend?" Henny felt a tiny prick of guilt. She looked at her vast fields, then at Finian's hopeful eyes. Her greedy heart battled with her conscience for a moment. Greed won, but not entirely. "Fine," she clucked, reaching her wing into a pile of corn. "I'll give you one ear of corn, and that's it. Don't ask for more." Finian took the single ear of corn, his stomach still rumbling, and a new plan took root. "Henny," he said, his voice full of feigned admiration, "you are so very smart. I'm a terrible gardener. I plant seeds, but nothing ever grows. Could you, the best gardener in the forest, please teach me your secrets? If you teach me, I'll never have to ask for your corn again." Henny's chest puffed up with pride. She had the best farm, and Finian had noticed. Her boastful heart, even bigger than her greedy one, swelled. "I know I'm smart," she declared. "Come, I'll show you how it's done. I'll teach you the right way to grow corn, so you can have your own harvest and stop bothering me." For the next 2 days, Henny led Finian through her farm, showing him how to prepare the soil, how to plant the seeds, and how to protect the young sprouts. Finian pretended to be the most eager student in the world, asking questions and scribbling notes. Henny, completely blinded by her own self-importance, didn't notice the cunning glint in his eye. She simply believed he was in awe of her immense talent. When Finian left, Henny chuckled to herself. "What a fool," she said. "I taught him everything, and I didn't have to give him a single kernel more." But she was wrong. Late that night, while Henny was fast asleep, Finian returned. He snuck into her barn, and with a heavy heart but a determined mind, he began to steal the corn. He wasn't just taking a little, he was taking it all. He worked tirelessly, his paws moving in a blur, until Henny's once overflowing barns were completely empty. He dragged the corn back to his den and hid it all, a massive golden hoard. The next morning, Henny woke up to a terrible silence. Her barn doors were ajar, and inside, there was nothing. Not a single kernel. Her heart dropped into her stomach. "My corn, it's all gone!" she shrieked. "Who would do this?" She ran through the forest, a whirlwind of frantic feathers, asking every animal she saw if they had seen her corn. But no one had. No one had seen a thing. Henny, heartbroken and starving, cried until her voice was hoarse. Days turned into a week, and Henny grew weaker and weaker. She was a picture of utter despair, haunted by the loss of her corn. Then, one day, she was walking near Finian's den when she saw it. A huge pile of her golden corn sat outside his home. Her heart pounded with a mix of relief and fury. "Finian!" she shrieked, banging on his door. You were a thief! How could you do this to me?" Finian opened the door, his eyes kind but serious. "I'm sorry, Henny, but you were so greedy. You wouldn't share your corn with anyone. My belly was empty, and I needed to survive. I had no other way to get it." Henny was so angry that she wanted to scream. But just then, a wise old owl landed on a nearby branch. He had been watching the whole thing. "Henny," the owl said, his voice a low, gentle hoot. "You were blessed with a great bounty, but you were so greedy that you chose to watch others starve rather than share. Your greed left you vulnerable. And Finian," he continued, turning to the fox, "your wit is a gift, but you used it to steal. Theft, no matter the reason, is a wrong that brings no peace." Henny's angry gaze softened into a sorrowful one. She looked at her empty farm, then at the stolen corn. Her greedy heart, once so proud, was now shrunken with shame. "You're right," she said, her voice a whisper. "I was so wrong. I'm sorry, Finian." Finian, seeing the genuine regret in her eyes, felt a pang of his own. "I'm sorry for stealing, Henny. I should have asked for help again and been patient. You deserve better." From that day on, Henny was a changed hen. She returned to her farm, and with the help of her neighbors, she started to grow her corn again. But this time, she planted seeds of a different kind. Seeds of generosity and kindness. She shared her harvest with every animal in the forest, and her friends, who had been a community of strangers, now became a family. And Finian, no longer driven by hunger, used his clever mind to help Henny, protecting her farm from pests. He was her best friend, a friend she had found not with her wealth, but with her newfound generosity.
Wonder murmur, the story departs, yet the whisper imparts.